Here we go, it's last week of the auction, America's favorite top 10 list of auction results from around the globe. And I'm Josh Levine, your host and guide to this secondhand subculture. And if you know me, you know I love auctions, estate sales, and thrift stores. And so should you, especially if you want to make a little extra money. And I've found the best way to keep up with what is hot and what is not is following these real world auction results. I know, you're thinking to yourself, who has time for that? I do, so you don't have to. So check these out. Coming in at number 10 is a 45-star American flag that just sold for $550 at COWANS. It was small, but rare. It only had 45 stars, which meant it was from the period between 1896 and 1908, or that period of Utah statehood. And before we let those people from Oklahoma join the club, always count those lucky stars. Number 9, a completely stripped down American wing chair frame brought $550 at Thomaston Place. If you saw this unupholstered beauty out there on the street, would you pick it up? No? Well, you might have just left $500 on the curb. Knowing a little bit about early furniture construction techniques can make you a buck or two. Alright, number 8 is a set of Victor Vasarely Acrylic Cubes that just brought $1,500 at ABELL's. I always check out lucite and acrylic sculptures for signatures, especially now that the 80s and 90s resurgence is in full force. This period featured a lot of plastics, and that means designers and savvy collectors are looking for the stuff. Demand is up, and so are the prices. Alright, number 7 is a pair of Native American Textiles that just brought $1,600 at Selkirk Auctions. These featured the classic rolling log of the early 20th century, and the pattern is typically from 1920 to 1930 and Navajo, and very desirable to collectors, as you can see. Alright, number 6 is a Reed & Barton stainless steel flatware set that just brought $3,600 at LELAND LITTLE. You heard me say stainless steel, right? Designed by Robert Venturi and Denise Scott Brown in 1994, this rare set is a very desirable pattern. They were made for over 5 years, so they are out there. See how knowing that could make you some money at an estate sale? Number 5 is an amazing Art Deco Atmos Clock that brought $5,250 at Fontaine's. I have never seen this variation of the classic Atmos, but you can bet I'll be looking for one now. I have featured the classic Jaeger LeCouture Atmos from estate sales because they're like a staple and typically bring between $400 and $800, but this one was special. Look for those unusual cases and designs. Alright, number 4, the Alvin Harris Pintail Drake just hammered for $8,000 at LELAND LITTLE. I just have to say there are some amazing decoy collections hitting the market just over the past few months, and the prices have been extraordinary. It's so nice to see the love and passion reflected in great big bids. Number 3 is a set of handcuffs that once belonged to Harry Houdini, and they commanded $13,000 at Potter & Potter. He's the Babe Ruth of magic. Houdini's name has that similar multi-generational demand and recognition. Some personalities and their collectibles just transcend the typical collectible patterns. Number 2 is a beautiful Gustave Baumann Woodcut that brought $20,000 at William Smith Auctions. Circa 1949, Baumann woodcut prints have been on the rise. I have seen a few reproductions surfacing recently, so be aware, but also keep hunting. They are out there and they are big bucks these days. Number 1 is a Shoot the Chute by J.E. Stevens that hammered for $130,000 at Bertoia. This rare mechanical bank included its original box and 3 Buster Brown cars. I have never seen this one in person or as a reproduction for that matter, yet I'm going to have my eyes peeled now, that's for sure. And that's a wrap for this week. If you enjoyed the show, subscribe below because I have more on the way. I keep it short and sweet with all the meat. Now get out there and find some treasures, share this show with a friend, and tell me your best finds in the comment section below. Until we stream again.